So the world of comic book culture lost a legend yesterday, or day before I recorded this, in a week that's been pretty bad for deaths. You had Terry Funk, Bray Wyatt, Bob Barker, and now the legendary Arleen Sorkin. Arleen Sorkin is very notable for voicing Harley Quinn in her first appearances. Harley Quinn is a strange anomaly in comic books in that she did not debut in comics initially. She was an original character created for Batman the Animated Series that became so popular that she took on a life of her own. But what some people may not know is that Paul Dini actually went to college with Arleen Sorkin, and when he was writing up stuff for Batman the Animated Series, created the character based on her from an appearance she had in Days of Our Lives, where she was in a dream sequence playing a jester.
No knock-knock jokes, no funny hats. Let's do what they do on the castle down the block. We'll throw the peasants in the moat and watch them drown.
It's a great tribute to give to your close friend. Arleen, she kind of acted around in the 80s and early 90s, but the Harley Quinn character is her legacy. She voiced this to the nines.
Yummy, yum, yum. Eat it.
Mr. J, I have this little problem with fish.
Yummy, yum, yum.
That distinguishable Brooklyn accent with just a tinge of what she calls the Yiddish accent is just so synonymous with the character that every other actress who's taken on the role has tried to emulate that in some form, and it's kind of left them unable to do anything with the character to make it their own, which is kind of a problem, but it's also a testament to how iconic it is. Harley Quinn's first appearance in media was in the 1992 Batman the Animated Series episode Joker's Favor, and initially she was just a background character with very few lines, but as the show went on and her popularity grew, she got more stuff to do. Eventually, she hit her big moment with the episode Mad Love, which is also a comic book that Paul Dini wrote that was based in the universe of Batman the Animated Series. She went from merely being an unnamed henchwoman to being Joker's sidekick and life partner in a way. But the story gets darker from there. Mad Love shows the origin where basically Harley Quinn was originally Harleen Quinzel, a psychiatrist at Arkham who was assigned the Joker. The Joker basically manipulated her, gave her Stockholm Syndrome, and made her fall in love with him, only to turn out to be an abusive piece of garbage. From Mad Love, Harley Quinn evolved and became such a popular character that in the modern day it could be argued that she's more popular than the Joker himself. Like, I'm not even exaggerating, she's all over merchandise, little girls love her, adult men love her because that Clussy be hitting different. But it's just crazy to think that this character, again, a background henchwoman character that was only ever meant to make one appearance, just blew up in popularity like this. Like, even in the late 90s, the character was starting to become so popular that they actually wanted her to make a live-action appearance in the third Joel Schumacher Batman movie. The rumor had it she was going to be portrayed by Courtney Love and was actually going to be the Jack Nicholson Joker's daughter instead of girlfriend. Of course, this never materialized because Batman and Robin was so poorly received by fans. But that wasn't the end of the line for the Harley Quinn character, because her popularity just continued to balloon throughout the 90s into the early 2000s, and by the 2010s she not only had her own line of comic books, but she was pretty much the main character of the Suicide Squad comics. It could be argued that she probably reinvigorated the Suicide Squad brand to some degree. She's definitely in the top popular Batman characters and DC Comics characters as a whole. Much like her character eclipsed being a mere henchwoman, her character kind of just eclipsed being a Batman character because she's just taken on a life of her own lately. Like, she gets her own movies, like live action movies, and they're usually well received as opposed to the other DC movies. And she even has her own adult-oriented television show. And this is all because of Arleen's performance. Like, I don't think this character would have taken off if Arleen didn't just put her own spin on it. Okay, I can't say that. I do have to give some credit to the writers of Batman the Animated Series, but it's kind of crazy, and Arleen only really voiced the character for like just under 20 years. She didn't even do the voice in every appearance. It is weird though seeing tributes pour out and how, everybody's saying Arleen is Harley Quinn, which she is, when really the last few years it's been Tara Strong that's been associated with the character. Like, people got outraged when she got recast, when she wasn't Harley Quinn in the animated show. And yeah, that's because Arleen retired from the character in 2011, but I kind of just want to bring up, like, I think every subsequent voice actors who did Harley Quinn has just paled in comparison to Arleen.
Oh, come on, Puddin'. Don't you want to rev up your Harley? Vroom, vroom.
Arleen's voice just seems so natural, and it had that right sound, and everybody else who's done it since her, it's like they're trying to do Arleen, but they just can't.
When you see my Puddin', tell him Holly sent ya. And she says hi.
I don't know, I don't want to trash on the current voice actresses, but like even since I was a kid and growing up, every time I heard somebody else do Harley's voice that wasn't Arleen, it just didn't sound right. Which, I don't know if that just speaks on the quality of those voice actresses or the quality of Arleen. It's a shame that Arleen Sorkin passed away, you know, she's only 67, that's not that old. But I guess we can take some solace in the fact that one of DC Comics' most popular characters in the current day is pretty much just based on her and will live on as long as DC Comics is a thing. So with that being said, rest in peace Arleen, and we'll always remember you as Harley Quinn. This was just a video I kind of did, you know, no script. I'm not like super upset about Arleen's passing, but it just kind of came to me that it's like no other actress was able to do Harley the way she did, and I just felt like I should speak on that. I didn't even do a script, I just literally whipped this up in like 20 minutes. But stay tuned, next coming up is Selma's Choice. I was gonna do Burns for Carpenter Craftwork, but I kind of just swapped it with Selma's Choice first. And I am gonna take a shot at live streaming on YouTube. I want to play through Fallout 4 again, but I want all you to join in with me, so I will definitely be letting you guys know when that's gonna be happening. What are some of your memories of Harley Quinn, and specifically Arleen Sorkin's performance? Let me know in the comments, and like, subscribe, and rest in peace, Arleen. And yes, I realize, you know, this may come off as an engagement grab, but it's not. I just felt like speaking on it.
Poor Harley. This caper's been kind of rough on you, hasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Cheer up! You can be my very own little mermaid.
Ooh. You're really sick, you know that, boss?